What is time really counting when we say 1 second has passed? In the energy filament theory, time is not a river flowing above our heads. It is the total beat of all the repeating actions in your body and in matter, stacked on top of a maximum tempo set by a universal energy C. Think about every clock you've ever seen. An old pendulum clock calls one swing out and back a tick. A quartz watch calls one tiny vibration in a crystal a tick. An atomic clock calls a precise number of jumps between two energy levels in an atom a tick. They all do the same trick. They choose a small move that can repeat over and over, declaring that one repeat is the basic beat. Then count how many beats have happened. Your own life works the same way even if you never look at a watch. Electrons circle nuclei and flip between levels. Molecules jiggle and twist. Your heart squeezes and relaxes. Neurons fire in bursts. All of these cycles stack together into what you experience as your personal time. When you say an hour has gone by, what you are really saying is that your internal loops and the loops in your surroundings have completed a certain number of repeated moves. In this picture, time is how many times the world has finished its little routines, not a separate substance leaking away in the background. So where does light enter this story? Here is the strange part. The universe, in this view, is a tense energy sea. You can imagine that sea as having an invisible drum hidden inside it. Every time this drum hits, the sea is allowed to hand one unit of something changed here information to the neighboring patch. The fastest rate at which that drum can beat without shredding the sea is the highest tempo the medium can handle, the true upper limit for any action relay. Light is not a stream of beads sprinting through emptiness. Light is the sea using its cleanest, lightest possible move, a very specific twist and release pattern that sits right on that maximum drum beat. No signal can use a tighter beat without the sea refusing to cooperate. That means every particle, every clock, every chemical reaction, every heartbeat has to pick its rhythm from below that ceiling. Your body can speed up or slow down its internal processes, but it cannot make its smallest loops tick faster than the fastest relay the sea can support. The most it can do is creep closer to that upper beat in special conditions, like particles in accelerators or in extreme astrophysical environments. And when it does so, we observe the familiar time dilation effects. Your own loops still count their beats normally, but they rack up fewer beats compared to a slower observer who is not pushing so hard against the media's tempo. Mainstream physics wraps this in formulas and says time is a coordinate, a parameter that flows differently depending on motion and gravity. In this language, we are simply giving you a picture behind the math. Time is how many repeatable actions have occurred. The energy C sets the maximum rate at which any repeatable action can be relayed. Light uses the fastest pattern on offer, so it defines the sharpest possible beat. Everyone else plays slower rhythms on the same drum. You can picture ordinary life as a complicated piece of music played over a click track you never heard directly. The click track is the C's maximum beat, the light speed limited relay that sets what is even possible. Your heart, your thoughts, the vibrations in your atoms are all instruments playing their own parts under that constraint. None of them could move through their internal cycles faster than the hidden clicks would allow. Once you see time this way, as how many cycles have actually run rather than as a floating label outside the world, many puzzles become less mystical. Asking whether time really flows becomes less interesting than asking which patterns are repeating, at what rates, and how those rates change when the tension of the energy C changes with gravity or cosmic history. Light's job is simply to show you the fastest cleaning beat the medium can sustain. Everything that wants to live, react, or think has to build its own sense of time on top of that drum. Tap follow, share it on New Physics, Clear Universe.